This is Pranav Goa Thakurta from Edu TV. Today, we have got a young boy and a young girl out here with us, and they are like their advocacy for academics, education, administration is excellent. We have with us Miss Seema Chhoriya. She runs a wonderful program called Great Principles, and they're really very quality programs, at least better than us. And we also have Mr. Trilok Singh Best, who is the principal of Delhi Public School, Ghaziabad, Vasundhara. Sir, welcome.
Thank you, Pranav.
Welcome, Seema.
It's always a pleasure to be on your platform, right?
Thank you so much, sir. We can have a conversation, fine. That will be better, fine. So I will request Mr. Trilok to steer the things, and Seema has been interviewing a lot of principals. So we thought let's some principal also interviews her. Over to you, Trilok, sir.
A very good morning to all the viewers. Good morning, Pranav, and good morning, Seema. It's such a wonderful thing to see you here, and it was unpredictable. I didn't even know why I'm called here by Pranav. We wanted a tete-a-tete with you, which is informal altogether. So, Seema, I've been watching you on and on for last so many months now. You've been interviewing the principals for some time, quite some time now. You have been going from, elite principals to the principals of the remote areas. You've been traveling throughout the length and breadth of the country, for interviewing the principals. May I know, during these interviews, you must have had some takeaways. Can you just share some of the takeaways which you've taken from these interviews? What did you find? How the principals are making a difference to the society as per your interviews? Over to you.
First of all, thank you, Pranav, for setting all this up. It's really wonderful to be on the other side. Though I really don't know, it's always me who throws the questions, and today the questions are coming to me. It's it seems really, I'm slightly overwhelmed, to be honest, to be on the other side and to be interviewed by one of my own guests is such an honor. So coming back to the questions, yes, I am interviewing a lot of principals from across the country and across the borders also. So, what is the biggest takeaway that I have learned here is all our educators are very wide. There is so much to learn from them. And when you learn from their experiences, that is when real learning happens. Information you can get on Google, but experience learning, you get nowhere. So the idea of documenting the experience was the thought behind Great Principles. And everyone wants to bring education to be more meaningful. This is what each one is striving. But there are some restrictions. Still, we need, a free hand from government out there so that our students are not evaluated just on the basis of marks and they get into universities. So this is what everyone is trying. Everyone is talking about that, the smartness cannot be defined by marks. But for doing this, we actually need support of parents. And how do parents support us? Only when they know that it's not only the marks or degrees which are going to define their child, and when some kind of common thing comes up where children can just get admission on the basis of their skills. So this is what everyone is talking, and I'm really happy that government has taken a step. I'm very hopeful and very optimistic about NEP. Now let's see how it's implemented, sir.
I think, Seema, in the bargain, all the principals were also learning a lot from their interviews. I'm very sanguine that Great Principles is going to be a in thing for almost all principals wanting to be interviewed now, right? I just wanted to ask you one thing. Where did this idea of Great Principles come to your mind, and how did you conceive it, and what was that which inspired you to interview the principals and bring it to the fore to the masses as to which principal in which part of the country or which part of the world is doing what and what practices are being done, taken care of. So where did this idea come to you? How did you conceive it? And is it a one-man army, or you have the team of people who are working with you?
Well, sir, to be very, very honest, Great Principle were conceived, for me to come out of my own comfort zone. And I really, I've been speaking since my childhood. I've always been a candid speaker. I've been myself always. And I still remember when in my school days, people were jealous of me. They actually envied because my house selection was never done. Everyone knew Seema is there, and वो कर लेगी selection भी करना है. So so this was a thing, and gradually everything started. Everything was going smooth, and then my family is into real estate business. So we thought of having the world-class education in the remote areas of the country, not extreme remote, but the lower districts of Maharashtra like Akkalkot, Kurdwadi, Temporary and all these kind of locations. So we came up with a world-class schools using exceed curriculum at these locations, and we actually struggled because we were focusing more on the infrastructure, the curriculum, but we were failing at bringing the right person to just supervise all these, and that was the school leader. So all the four locations we couldn't work very hard. In spite of working very hard, we couldn't succeed. So I realized that it's not all these things which makes a school successful. It's the leader who makes it successful. Because I, as a founder, will be there every day. But the person who's sitting in the chair, the principal, he's the one who's heading the institute. He's the one who's going to make my vision come true. So that was the learning that I got from my venture. My failure actually taught me this. And this is where great principles idea was conceived. So why not, just accumulate all these learning from these school leaders and interview them, not only on the professional front, but also dig into their personal life, where they started. So this is how it all came into picture, and this is how I landed it here. And today I'm interviewing so many guests, and see, today one of my guests is interviewing. So this is how.
So wonderful. So wonderful, Seema. It's so wonderful hearing you from the other side of the, it's the other side you are sitting, and I'm enjoying being interviewing you, because I know you've been interviewing and you are well prepared with such wonderful pre-concepts. Also, you take a little idea about the people. I've been forced to take an interview of yours out of blue, so it's going to be a tete-a-tete. It's a kind of a informal talk. So I believe that Seema, in your interviews I've seen, you're not just an interviewer. You are more of a leader, which I can see, because the questions which come out of, spontaneously, the rapid fire really makes me feel that you're a well-planned leader. You plan what you're doing. Leaders are not only the educational leaders. Leaders can be in any field. Whatever you're doing, if you do it with full conviction, with full preparations, with fully prepared to do what you're doing, I think that is what a leader is like. So over this so many episodes of Great Principles, what have you learned by doing?
Well, I've learned that everything depends on connections and network. So the more I'm networking, the more I'm getting the leads for my show itself, and collaborating. Today we are collaborating and working. We are working in the same domain, EduTV and Great Principles. But yes, today we are here on a common platform. So collaboration and networking is something which is very much required today, and I've learned this by doing Great Principles.
Seema, if you get a chance to press a button, that will make people of the world 7% happier, but it will also put a ban on all hairstyling and beauty products. What will you do?
I'll choose happiness, definitely, because ultimately, other button is also for making people happy. When you groom yourself, you feel happy. So rather choose happiness.
So ultimate happiness is something we are looking for, right? My last question to you in the rapid fire is, where are you seeing Great Principles in 3 years from now?
I'm seeing it as the biggest network of school leaders, where people are sharing their journey and are very open to share what they feel out of the pressure of their match.
I would like to give an answer on our behalf. After 3 years, it will become super great principles.
Wonderful.